Sounds good.
Welcome, everybody. It's Karen here, your local personal trainer and online coach based in Melbourne, Australia. And I've got my online client and ex face to face client, Pip, on the line. Hi, Pip.
Hi. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for jumping on this call and giving the world, I guess, your testimonial about the services that I provided for you. I guess if you can just give a little bit of a background, perhaps on, we did some face-to-face stuff together, and then sort of what made you want to do the online coaching?
Yeah. So I've always been someone who's been quite active. But when I met Karen, I'd had some injuries and I wanted to have some guidance about how to get back into fitness with those injuries and what I could do to help get around them and strengthen all those muscles to support my aging body, essentially. And so we were doing face to face for a while, and then when I came into the online coaching, I was having some concerns with my neck actually, and I wasn't able to lift weights above my head. And I'd had some injuries and exacerbation of that through going to like a gym and doing group classes and such, and not having that individualized training. So Karen helped me kind of develop this program, which we had one session face to face before we launched online that particular time. And I haven't looked back. It's been really great. She individualizes each program. And so, yeah, I've, that's how I'm here.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And I guess just to give people a bit more background is that we did spend probably close to a year together doing sort of once a week sessions face to face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when I told you about the online process, because I was slowing down the face to face service, was there, I recall there was a little bit of skepticism or sort of hesitation. So, what were your thoughts about when you heard about online coaching? What did you initially think, or what sort of put you off, or what were you worried about?
Yeah, I guess the main thing that put me off initially, because I feel like I reconnected with you each time, Karen, when I had some injuries, was that like how am I going to be able to know that I'm doing the exercise properly? Um, and that was my main concern. The online thing doesn't bother me so much. It's just like how do I make sure I'm doing this exercise properly and I'm not going to injure myself. Um, but yeah, I guess can I go in and explain how that unfolded?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So so basically, what the program actually is you have like videos which are really clearly instructional videos that kind of show exactly what you to do, what muscles are being engaged. And Karen's incredible in her videos that she puts up on the app. They, talk about what muscles to be engaging and what you need to be relaxing, and are really clear about those sorts of things, so that it's really easy to actually do the exercise well and properly. And I haven't had any issues with that. And if I did, I would be able to message her on the app, and she's very available in that way as well. So that's really great.
Yeah, brilliant. That's awesome to hear. Thank you. And I think, yeah, it's important for me, I guess, to let other people know is that I would never give you anything that I wasn't sure that you could do. And so that you feel confident and comfortable with the exercise that have been prescribed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So having that confidence that you're doing things that are going to be safe, things that are going to benefit you. And with regards to that, what have been perhaps, if there are any achievements or anything specific that you've managed to achieve over the time that you've been doing the online coaching, which is a number of months now? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, what do you feel?
I mean, there's been a number of things. One of the main ones is I said at the beginning that I wasn't able to lift any weight above my head. And now I've like gradually increased that from being 0 to 500 grams to a kilo. And eventually I'm now very easily doing 7 kilos, dumbbells in each hand above my head, which is amazing. And I also was sort of like in conjunction with my physiotherapist, who sent Karen some information about what I needed to do. I was working already on doing some exercises with my hips and squats and split squats and different things. And I just feel so strong as in my whole body and my lower body and my upper body now, which is really great. And I feel like whereas before I started, I wasn't really able to, like, my knees were kind of creaking and stuff, and I didn't feel super able to like get down on the floor. I can like I'm feeling much more mobile, so I've got like such great mobility now, which is incredible.
Yeah, brilliant. And how are you finding? I'm throwing the spanner in the works here, just throwing this one out at you. But the fact that you don't have to be committed to session times, you can do it in your own time. You can take as long or as short as you need. Like, how does that work in your lifestyle? Because you're a very busy person.
Yeah, I'm a nurse, so I do like shift work and also have like an incredibly busy life outside of work. So for me, what was really great about the online coaching was I needed to establish a habit, and establishing a habit in a busy work life, which is variable in shift work and whatnot, is actually incredibly challenging. But what I found was because I could sort of like do it anytime and I just could roll out of bed and do a workout, I was able to establish that habit. And as you will probably know, like the one of the biggest challenges in fitness and health is actually creating those healthy habits. And I feel like Karen is like the guru of gurus with habit creating. So yeah, she really helps create that habit, and yeah, the flexibility of it was really essential for me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important for people to recognize that they have that. It's a freedom to work out when they can, when they want to, but also taking on that role and responsibility that they can then continue that through the rest of their life and not rely on having to see someone face to face or having to have
Yeah.
appointment times.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big part of what I try to instill and educate. And yeah, you're a prime example of the success of that, which is so great to see. Um, if anybody listening to this, sort of has reached out to me and inquired about online coaching and perhaps is hesitant, or what advice, what would you say to them, wanting to, potentially take on online coaching?
Yeah. I think I think the main thing to think about is what works for you. And for me, the gym wasn't working. I was a really active person, and I loved like going for runs and doing lots of cardio stuff, but like it was never to a particular like timetable. So for me, like the online coaching was really great because it gave me this opportunity to create a healthy habit. And as I just explained, it was essential for someone of such a busy, irregular timetable to have that flexibility. And like, yeah, having you, Karen, so available, and like, having the initial conversations, but also just like being able to message you and be like, oh, I didn't like this exercise, or I felt a bit, you know, like this one wasn't my favorite, or I really like this one. Can we do more of these sorts of things? And you would just change things for me. And it just made such a big difference. So yeah, I think for my advice would just be maybe just give it a go. Like if other things aren't working for you, you've got nothing to lose, and what you'll gain is you'll have a community and of people who are doing the same thing that you'll be able to chat with, and Karen as well, who's just such great motivation and she's so inspirational. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your journey with everybody else, and especially thanks for trusting in me. And I look forward to continuing, the relationship and supporting you to keep getting stronger and healthier and creating all those habits that will benefit you for the rest of your life. So
Thank you, Karen.
thank you so much. Thanks, Pip.